Welcome to this podcast from Stratfor, leader in global intelligence.
At least 9 people have died after 2 bombs exploded in the business district of the Indonesian capital Jakarta, ripping out the windows and damaging the frontage of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel and also damaging the nearby JW Marriott. At least 40 have been injured, including nationals of America, Australia, Canada, India, the Netherlands, Norway and South Korea. Later, in room 1808 of the Marriott, police found a third unexploded bomb and other explosive materials. One of the dead was a prominent New Zealand businessman, and the bombs went off as an American lobbyist, James Castle, was hosting a business meeting in a restaurant. Hello and welcome to Stratfor on Friday, July the 17th. I'm Colin Chapman. These bombings are the first in nearly 4 years and follow a period in which the Indonesians have made progress in tackling security threats from militant Islamic groups, bringing a sense of political stability to Southeast Asia's biggest economy and the world's 4th most populated country. The authorities had put particular emphasis on security at these 2 hotels because their buildings house several foreign embassies, including those of all 3 Nordic countries, as well as a number of prestigious offices. But if the bombings were intended to damage confidence in Indonesia, initial impact was limited. By midday today, the Jakarta stock market was down by just 1.2%. The likely suspect for these bombings is the militant group Jemaah Islamiyah, or JI, despite the perception that it had been weakened because many of its leaders had been killed or detained. But JI's spiritual leader, the cleric Abu Bakr Bashir, appeared in a video in a radical Islamic website, muslimdaily.net, on June the 14th, calling for a renewed international jihad. He specifically cited an attack on a mosque in Thailand and called on Indonesian Muslims to join the insurgency there. Bashir alluded to US President Barack Obama's speech to the Muslim world from Cairo last month and demanded that former US President George W. Bush and Obama be beheaded. In any case, this type of bombing requires very few resources. Initial details indicate that the attack involved a pair of small improvised explosive devices and a pair of willing suicide bombers. JI has some very experienced bomb makers like the fugitive Noordin Mohammed Top, who are more than capable of making simple suicide devices. Of course, these bombings have broader ramifications for President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, who's just been re-elected as president, as we noted last week. And you can read more on this on our website at www.stratfor.com right now. I'm Colin Chapman at Stratfor. Thanks for joining me. Have a good weekend.